It's time to wake up.
Welcome to Ask the Guru. I'm J. Rob, the Guru of Peace, also known as the OG of protein. And I mean the OG. I've been doing this since 1980 professionally when I opened my first fitness club up in 1988. I founded J. Rob Enterprises, Inc., and that's where we created our world famous protein powder, J. Rob Protein. So I'm here to answer your questions. And today, a question was asked to me by one of my followers, and it's what are my thoughts on the ketogenic diet or the keto diet? Keto diet means ketogenic. Ketogenic means a diet that basically forces your body to burn fat. That's a ketogenic diet. So you lower carbohydrate down in your diet, potatoes, sweets, sugar, fruits, even vegetables. Anything that has a carbohydrate in it, you lower those down to almost nothing. And that's the diet you follow, high fat and moderate or low protein or fairly low protein. And that's a ketogenic diet. Within 2 or 3 days, it will force your body to burn fat exclusively. And over time, your body adapts to that. It's called keto adapted, and it allows your brain to actually burn ketone bodies, which is what your body creates when there's no carbohydrate or sugars to use. Your body is really designed to use sugar, so the ketogenic diet kind of throws a wrench in the works for the human body. Ketogenic diet is more like a survival diet. If you don't have any food and you are in a mild starvation mode, let's say you fast for 5 days and nothing, just have water, your body will use up its stored glycogen levels in the muscles and liver. So you store glycogen. Glycogen is just muscle starch, or starch that's in the muscles, I should say, that's broken down to sugar that your brain can use to function and your body can use as energy. Once that's depleted, your body is then forced to burn fat exclusively. So by not eating carbohydrate, and within 2 or 3 days you burn down all of your stored carbohydrate, which is in the form of glycogen, and you're burning fat exclusively. It sounds like a dream come true. It is and it isn't. You have to be very careful with this because some people do very well on a ketogenic diet. I think ketogenic diets work good for people in the short term. I'm not a fan of long-term ketogenic eating because the body is designed to have fat and carbohydrate. Those are our two sources of energy. We have body fat to burn in emergencies or just in general need, and we have sugars to burn in our blood. We have blood sugar, about 80 milligrams per deciliter of blood sugar that fuels the brain more than anything else. So we're designed to have both, and if you cut off one or the other, so you cut off all your carbohydrate, you're forced to burn fat. Your body doesn't know that it's not going to face a famine or we're going to starve or something horrible is going on, and it will begin to shut down your metabolism. That's where the first thing you have to be careful with. In bodybuilding, we use a semi-ketogenic diet. I called it carb cycling, and that was the basis of my fat burning diet book. And what I did was lower carbs for a day, 2 days, up to 3 days, 1, 2, or 3 days. And then I would use a full day of carb loading, meaning then you have potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, fruit, things like that raise your carbohydrate level, and your glycogen levels would begin to replenish. You would have energy, but because your body's taking all that carbohydrate and putting it into the muscles and liver as glycogen, it doesn't convert it to fat. People think, oh, if you eat any carbohydrate, your body converts that to fat. That's nonsense. That's not true at all. Your body will first always convert excess carbohydrate, and the term excess is important. Excess carbohydrate in calories. It will convert that carbohydrate to glycogen first and store it in your muscles and your liver for future use. And you can store 350, 400 grams of carbs in your muscles and liver. That's a lot. I mean, that's a loaf of bread almost or whatever. It's a lot more carbohydrate than you think. So if the keto people say that's you're going to, every time you eat carbs, it's going to go right to fat, that's absolutely not true whatsoever. Excess calories and carbohydrate and fat will convert to fat. You can eat a ketogenic diet that's high in calories, and I've done this many times, high in calories, fat calories, and almost zero carbohydrate, and stay fat. It's because fat easily can become body fat. It's very simple. Excess calories are excess calories. It's always, to lose weight, you eat less calories and expend more. There's nothing more magical about this entire process whatsoever. So a ketogenic diet has its place. I think it's really good for people to kickstart their metabolism in a different way. If they have high blood sugar levels, they're diabetic, excuse me, or type 2 diabetes especially. Ketogenic diets, or at least just lowering carbohydrate, is very important and works very well for short term to get blood sugar levels back in order. But once they're back in order, I feel then you need to shift from the ketogenic diet back to a more normal diet where you're eating carbs and fat and controlling calories and just getting, about 20% of your diet should be protein. That gives you a balance. Even on a ketogenic diet, it's not a high protein diet, it's a high fat diet. It's still about 20%, 25% protein, and then like 70% fat or greater, maybe 5% carbohydrate. So it's just a total shift. I just still think it's better to use that short term, but for the long term, you go back to a balanced way of eating and just gauge how much carbohydrate you need by, body fat levels and different things like that, and it'll serve you way better. Is ketogenic dieting horrible? No, if done right, I think it's good. I don't think you should eat keto bars. I don't think you need all this supplement type keto stuff, but if you just eat, meat, eggs, milk, and certain proteins, fish, chicken, whatever like that, you'll do well. That's old school bodybuilding, but we even back then knew you got a carb load, once or twice a week, pretty heavy, to maintain muscle glycogen and be able to train in the gym. So be careful if you're trying the keto diet, but use it short term and then spin right off of it and go into more fruits, vegetables, grains, and things like that. And I think you'll be a happy camper. Okay, and you know what? I always ask the audience, what do I do now? What do I need you to do? I need you to like, subscribe, follow, and comment. Yes, like, subscribe, follow, and comment. And leave those comments. Ask any questions you'd like to me, because I'd love to hear from you. I get the questions and we hang on to them. I'm going to try to answer every one that you send me, because I love you guys, and I'm happy to share any wisdom I have of the 40 years I've been doing this professionally. Anyway, you mean the world to me. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here for Ask the Guru. Love you all. Peace, love, and hang loose. Hey, I put the whole thing in there today. Hang loose. We love you.
Chill on, hang loose. Get the chill on, hang loose.